Texoma. I don't think I've ever fished it. It's a natural spawn for these these rascals. Good eating too. Jeff, let me ask you what. Did that fish pull on your line?
I can barely hold him up here. She's heavy. Welcome to A Sportsman's Life. We're so glad you tuned in to join us for another exciting real-world outdoor adventure right here on A Sportsman's Life.
Well, friends, right here, 2 weeks ago, I used some cut bait and caught a 45-pound blue. We've got a buddy over here, Mr. Jameson, he's using cut bait and he's caught some monsters. He's rigged up with some big reels. We've got this Catfish Pro rod and reel. This will hold a good fish and some cut bait. Fishing straight down up here at Texoma. This is a big plus for folks that go out striper fishing and then come in the dock. The fish cleaning station's right over here. You get some cut shad or whatever you're using, cut bait, drop it down and hang on in the wintertime up here at Texoma. It's pretty awesome.
Yeah, I can make some good
Cut bait, that's a rough fish. We can use him, you bet.
Absolutely.
Well, what do you think there, buddy?
I think we've got cut bait and we're ready to go.
More fishing to come.
More fishing to come.
That's a nice fish. Check that out.
I got
Big old tank.
There's, Jameson, there's you some cut bait, right?
Absolutely.
That's what we're talking about for cut bait right there.
Yeah.
Beautiful cut bait. That's what we want. More stuff to fish
A
with.
bugle mouth bass.
Bugle mouth, is that what you call it?
Oh, it is dead calm and it is foggy, folks, here on Lake Texoma with our friends from Striper Express. Mr. Bill Carey, welcome. Gonna go out and see if we can't catch a few stripers using a dead sticking technique. So, Tim's our guide, Mr. Luke Clayton. We are ready to roll, huh?
We are more than ready. We are sitting
ready.
on with bated breath, you might say. I was here 2 weeks ago, and of course we were fishing with Chris. By now our friends will have seen that episode. We killed them. The water slacked today. Tim is looking close. All these striper pros like to have a little chop on the water, but dead sticking, I bet we catch
We're going to do it the hard way. We're going to have some fun.
We're already having fun.
Oh, yeah. All right, so we are out on Lake Texoma. Tim, tell us exactly what dead sticking is for those folks out here that have never done this before.
It's actually similar to crappie fishing. So you've got a small jig. I'm gonna go ahead and bring it back up. A small jig. This is a albino shad from Slick Baits, and we have, as you can see, dead calm, no wind. So I want a smaller bait, smaller profile, and a little pink jig head, 5/8. I'm gonna drop it to the bottom. We're in 32 foot of water, and it's similar to crappie fishing. You want to just maybe a little tap every once in a while.
Just kind of hold her steady, huh?
Hold her steady, so we call it dead sticking. Generally dead stick. So now it's hit the bottom. Close the bail and come up a couple of turns. It helps immensely to have your finger on the line. It just gets to your brain quicker when you feel that little tap.
Yep.
Generally we're drifting and that fluke tail is swimming. But if you want to give it a little bit of action, you can drop the rod tip and pop it, similar to a crappie jig. And then you'll feel the slightest, almost nothing tap, and when you do, set the hook.
Set the hook, okay.
Tim, I'm going to jump in here just a minute. I got a question. I guarantee our viewers are saying, what is that thumping going on? Tell them about that.
It's a Bobo thumper. He's been making them for about 10 years, and he slowly perfected them over the years, getting a lot better components in it. But it's the, if you've ever heard an audio file of a striper fishing, a striper feeding, They make a thumping like a drum, and saltwater drum. It's I don't know if the camera will pick it up, like boop, 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 like just like a drum.
Mhm.
Boop, boop, boop. So we're simulating striper feeding with that thumper, and it draws them in. And we also have a splasher, so either one or both will work. Generally, the thoughts are, look like it's clear now. Generally, the thoughts are we use thumpers in the winter and splashers in the thumpers in the summer.
I could no more find my way around out here without I
Yeah.
could if I had a boat and I was running it and I
Yeah,
paid attention, you know?
yeah.
Might burn off.
Looks like it's trying to burn off. Yep.
It is burning.
All right, got the first one of the day. Captain Tim's
Yeah,
got him
that looks
one.
like a
He's
good
gaining weight
fighter.
now.
Yeah.
He is gaining weight. There he is.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Nice one.
Dead sticker.
Beautiful.
Yes, sir.
First dead sticking
Fish of the
striper.
day. Yeah.
You betcha.
Gotta keep him coming because I can't lose this one. You want me
There
to
you go,
bring
buddy.
it in?
Net coming. Oh, you don't even need a net. There you go.
That was on Mahi Magic on a.
Look at that.
Okay, tell me, Tim, about this particular. Let's get that out where everybody can see it. Tell me about that.
It's called it's a slick bait.
Slick.
S-L-I-K. Yeah, they
Slick.
make them. Get them, Bill.
They make them local.
Yeah, local here, over in Decatur. Yep. It's a
Slick
Jonathan
bait.
Britt. Yep.
Heard of the company.
And it's a Mahi Magic.
Mahi, I want to tell you one thing, friends. That
Knock the
fish,
heck out of it.
there was no tap with this one. He jumped on it. Okay, time to
All
get
right,
back in.
let's get some more.
Yeah, time to get back in there.
Gaining weight.
This is
Look at
pretty
that
good.
crap now, boys. Look at the crap.
Now, striper.
You want me to bring him in?
Bring him in.
Tim?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Get him in there, Lukester.
Yes,
I'm gonna
sir.
open the bail. There we go. That'll get that flat.
Braided line, we can swing him in pretty good.
Take a look
Another
at that
good one. Another good one. Dead
Oh, yeah.
sticking. The slick
Beautiful.
bait.
Mahi Magic.
Beautiful.
Mahi Magic.
Beautiful.
Love it.
He's on a roll.
People up that fish here a lot in Texoma brag about the big white bass. Friends, this is a big white bass.
That's a giant.
That's a tank.
A
Texoma
tank.
Magnum.
Texoma Magnum, right, Bill
Oh,
Carey?
man. Look
Yeah.
at that.
And the bait, they're hitting this slick. How do you spell that?
S-L-I-K. Slick baits.
Slick, I imagine that's the website, right?
Yes, sir.
Slick bait. Look at
It's a
that.
Mahi Magic.
Okay, my magic color.
All
Let's
right.
get another one.
Let's
What
get
else?
another one. Beautiful. There you
All
go.
right. Oh, there he is.
Double. That's a
We're
sand
gonna
bass.
double up here.
Yeah, you.
Sand bass.
I don't know what this is. He actually pulling some
All I
drag.
know is you've got
You got it
a
on.
double up.
Oh my God, this is a white bass.
That's a striper.
That's
Isn't
a striper. Yeah.
Come on this
Nice
Come
one.
on this way. There you go.
Beautiful.
it? Pretty
Hold
fish.
them both up with the baits in.
Look at
You
that.
want to hold them both up?
Yeah, with the baits.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Let's show these.
Holy cow.
I think I got an
Let me-
unlucky lure.
Let me get.
They're
some
getting
slack here.
bigger.
Let me give you this.
They're getting bigger.
Yeah, let me get this striper out of here.
Look at this slick bait. It is the ticket
I
today.
think the blue is the one that's working. Might have to
Maui,
switch.
Maui, what is it? What is it, Tim? Tell us the name of this.
There we go. Oh,
Just got a fish on.
All right.
Triple.
we're filming. Trying to film.
All right, we're going to have to change gears, folks. Jeff is hooked, the cameraman, as we say.
And Tim is hooked on.
Tim's got one too.
Tim's
got one too?
Well, I can only film one at a time, folks. I can only.
Nice one.
Look at that.
Hold him up, Jeff. Let's look at him.
Yeah, buddy.
Yes, sir.
Darn right. And Tim, you have one on up there?
Yes, sir.
Let's swing around and see what.
Four at a time.
Oh my gosh. Now that's your other.
That's the albino shad, yep.
that bad boy.
This has been my favorite bait for about 10 years.
You've caught many fish on that.
Many,
haven't
many
you?
fish.
Friends, Lake Texoma with Mr. Bill Carey and his good buddy, my new friend, Guide Tim Smith, dead sticking. Look at this. This took place. And Bill, what have you got there to show off?
Ooh-wee. Texoma Magnum sand bass. Have you ever seen a Texoma Magnum sand bass? These things, when they got eggs in them, they'll go 3 pounds. Good eating fish.
And hard fighting.
Hitting like a hammer today. wasn't
They
it?
hit hard. These guys were talking about dead sticking. Just be ready for a little peck. I'll tell you those things. There was no
Slammed
peck.
it.
They slammed. One of them almost jerked a rod out of my hand. Texoma. I don't think I've ever fished it. It's a natural spawn for these these rascals. Good eating too. Bill, on the East Coast, I made the mistake of flying into Boston one time at a restaurant, and of course these are commercial fish up there. They cost a pretty penny.
I know. $20 a pound.
Yeah, come on out in the winter and do some dead sticking.
Remember December.
Striper Express.
Bill Carey and guide Tim Smith right here.
Captain Tim.
Captain Tim.
Jeff and Luke wanted me to show you the baits we're using today. This is Captain Tim with Striper Express. We have some slick baits, S-L-I-K. This is a pink champagne, and some of the baits we were using today is albino shad and the pink champagne and a mahi magic. You can see the jig head used to be pink. It's been knocked the crap out of. Depending on, we had a very light, calm day, so we use a smaller bait or a regular size bait and a bigger head for windier days. Slick baits, get you some.
Brought to you by Dallas Safari Club, Conservation, Education, and Hunter Advocacy. Hornaday, accurate, deadly, dependable. Taurus Firearms, maker of the Raging Hunter. Stealth Vision, high-tech precision-driven equipment tailored for the modern hunter.
Jeff, you've got a big one on, buddy.
I got one on here, Luke. Yeah, right here on the dock. There we go. Let me bring them over this way.
Yeah, we can see him well right here.
I'm gonna get on my knees on your left side.
Oh, that's a nice fish, folks.
Coming your way.
Off the dock here. Whoa, that's a good one. Look at that.
Woo! Look at that.
Yeah.
Nice, nice, nice.
Jeff, let me ask you. Would that be the larger catfish you've ever caught? Or,
Well, I've got one that's 55.
you did. Yeah,
you were
did.
with me, so I don't know if that
That's
beats
right.
55, but that's a nice fish right
Oh,
there.
boy.
Well, folks, here we are with Striper Express. Of course, we were catching stripers and large sand bass, but we're back at the dock, and we're putting in our time to catch a few blue catfish. This one just came out. I don't know what it weighs. It's pretty heavy, but boy, look at that fish. Isn't that beautiful? I'm gonna have to get a picture of that one or two, but yeah, dead sticking out on Lake Texoma today with Striper Express. We got a few nice fish, and now it's time for some blue catfish action off the dock. Look at that. Is that a dandy or what? All right, Mr. Clayton, let's go get one.
All right.
You boys have got a big one.
Yeah, we got a big one. Here it comes.
All I need's her head.
Oh.
Give me your head. Come here, sweetheart.
Well, let me ask you what. Did that fish pull on your line?
I can barely hold him up here. She's heavy.
She's a
She
head.
is a big fish.
Look at this big old blue off the dock here with Striper Express
gracious.
after catching a ton of dead sticking stripers. You need to set the fish down. You did well. Let's let that big rascal go, Jester, and put her back in the water.
We're going to have to put her back in.
Slide her in there. She'll know what to do when she hits that water.
Come on, girl. You got it.
There we go. There we go. Hasta luego.
Well, Captain Tim, thank you for your hard work. We appreciate
You bet. I
taking
enjoyed it.
us
Had a lot of
out.
fun out there.
absolutely beautiful fish. Look at that.
Enjoyed having you guys out. Look at the size of these sand bass.
Isn't that incredible?
Monsters.
Man, those are beautiful.
That's my knife.
Yeah, you don't see them like that very often. That's a nice fish.
Texoma tank.
You betcha.
A Sportsman's Life is also brought to you by Mossberg, American built, American strong. The YO Steakhouse, Catch and Release Apparel, AGM Global Vision, your go-to for thermal hunting scopes and spotters. Pyramid Air, your one-stop shop for everything air guns.
It is excellent table fare. What we do is we just don't bear a knife down, and there is red under the hide on the skin. And you leave that, and you end up with the lateral line. And if you just fork that lateral line out like that, It is white, flaky, tasty meat. It is wonderful. So you just don't bury your knife down, and you end up with just that little line in there. Leave 90% of that red on that hide, and then you just butterfly it out like that. And it is white, boneless, flaky meat. Get the grease hot.
If you're looking for the best way to bring game to the table, check out Vineyard Max Deer Products at vineyardmax.net or find them on Instagram and Facebook.
Folks, this segment was brought to us by Gearhead Archery, Smoke and Tex Electric Smokers, Snaplock Hunting Blinds, YO Ranch Headquarters, Ultramatic Feeders, and Catfish Pro. Tune in next week for some more real-world outdoor adventures right here on A Sportsman's Life.